Welcome to my mad Honda overpowered spear build for mid-game, and up to endgame as well if you can get the gear update, you pointy stick wielding bastards. Obviously I'm using Warrior of the East set that drops in 3rd region from Honda Tadakatsu, and I'm basing my build on that set. It grants us some nice bonuses, and with this whole setup you're gonna be tanky and dishing out enormous amounts of damage. Main stat is Constitution, it increases life and spear damage. Life is not enough to be tanky. In Neo 2 and Neo 1 for that matter, you need magic. That's why magic is our secondary attribute, but we also need couple of points into heart and courage to manage our ki better, and also add couple of points into stamina and strength to be able to wear Warrior of the East. Unless you have smithing text for the whole set, in that case you don't need points into stamina and strength. Guardian Spirit that we are using is Tengen because it simply gives us most damage output out of any other bonuses that I've tested from any other Guardian Spirit that has some kind of increased attack. Obviously this only works for high stance. If you are in mid stance, then by absorbing Amrita then you're gonna have more defense. But we are gonna be in high stance most of the times, so we are gonna get that additional attack boost. Cores that I'm using are Namahage because of the increased melee damage versus zero ki enemy, which happens a lot of time when battling yokai type bosses. Next to that we're gonna use our favorite Yatsuno Kami because it's simply the best yokai ability. It also grants us increased melee damage versus poisoned enemies, so we can incorporate ninjutsu, although I did not use any ninjutsu in this video. By poisoning an enemy through, let's say, Noxious Groundfire Trap, which is the most efficient way, we can get increased melee damage versus poisoned enemy. Later on we can add another soul core into the mix. For third option I went with Onyudo because we get more anima through elemental attacks and our spear is lightning based one, so we're gonna get something from this bonus. Ame no Mitori fits the best as secondary Guardian Spirit because of the increased lightning damage and anima charge through active skill, meaning we get some anima whenever we use active skills, which we are using all the time. From spear tree we're gonna use Tornado as our primary one. It's an amazing skill. I believe it's the best skill for spears, and it was also fantastic in Neo 1. If you don't like it, then you can use Piercing Rain from high stance. It is also an amazing skill. From mid stance go for Water Wheel, and then after that you can use any kind of blue node to get upgrades. Most important ones being Relentless, because it increases maximum ki. Then after that you can go damage from behind and all the other bollocks, you know the drill. Also don't forget about Merciless Barrage, because even though you're gonna use it rarely, it does insane damage when it hits. From ninjutsu only go for Toxic Groundfire, Snakebite Technique, Ninja Tool Mastery, blue nodes that decrease dash ki consumption and also increase running speed are also very nice from ninjutsu tree. From samurai tree go for damage boost Constitution and damage boost magic. From Omnium Magic we need Protection Talisman, Extraction Talisman, Weakness, Pure Heaven Cursed Earth, and the Barrier Talisman. These are the essentials. Hidden Tea House clan that I would recommend for this build is Takenaka. That's really all there is to it. Set that you should use is Warrior of the East, obviously, with Tombokiri as your main weapon. My gear isn't optimized, so I don't have anything to show you there specifically, but I will recommend some stuff you should look out for. On weapon you can get high stance active skill damage or high stance active skill ki consumption reduction. Increased tornado damage can also be rolled on a weapon. Gloves can have plus attack, which is the main stat you should aim for if you're gonna temper with gloves. Rest of the armor pieces should just have increased life or some elemental resistances, something like that. On accessories you should look out for defense bonus based on Omnium Magic. So how to play this? We use X and its two stances to get adamantine and battle focus buffs. Adamantine increases defense and also we cannot be staggered for the most part when attacked, but we move at snail's pace while Adamantine is active. Battle Focus decreases active skill key usage. This is extremely important because peer skills tend to use a lot of key. Next to that we use Barrier Talisman that increases key recovery by a lot, and it also automatically clears yokai pools. This is how we manage our ki, through Battle Focus and Barrier Talisman. We also need Extraction Talisman because by attacking an enemy we can extract some Amrita, which in turn activates bonus from our Guardian Spirit that increases attack in high stance. Next to that use Protection Talisman as always. Make sure to do X buffs last because they have the shortest duration. When the fight starts, use weakness on an enemy as soon as possible. I like to use caltrops as well because they're very useful. If you want to do even more damage, then try to poison an enemy with Poison Trap or something like that. As for the gameplay itself, you only need to get to the enemy and start spamming Tornado skill. When the X buffs wear off, then you need to play it a bit more safely, meaning don't forget to reapply Protection Talisman and Barrier Talisman when you run out of those buffs as well. But you are safe to spam Tornado while X buffs are active. As always, try to be careful. No matter how overpowered the build is, you can still die. That would be all for this one. Thank you for watching and see you soon.